glasses that I decided to go for, mainly because they're HD and they're a wide angle lens, 170-degree field of view, so if you like almost equal to the GoPro. Specifications can be deceptive, so I thought I'd take a chance and I'd get them and see how they go. And this is the box that they came in. So sports HD sunglasses, let me just give you an idea as well why I went for this particular pair of glasses. One of the reasons that I wanted was I wanted a remote control. The remote control is included in this pair. You'll have to look around because most of them don't include a remote control unit. I wanted a remote control unit that I could use and fire up the glasses while leaving, you know, most of my hands free. I didn't want to have to keep reaching up and pressing a button on the side of the camera. So that's it. The lens here is quite obvious, as you can see in the middle, but irrespective of that, you can't end up with a wide field view and have something that's inconspicuous. Right, well, this is all you get inside the box. That's it. Quite a nice hard case. So we'll open it up and see what's inside. Well, that's nice and simple, isn't it? I open it up. The hard case is quite good. It can be either belt mounted or else you've got a clip on it, which is quite useful. Right, if we get these out, obviously these are the glasses. I'll show you those in a moment. We've also got an unusual USB connector. That is like nothing that I've seen. I don't know what this is. It looks a bit dedicated to me. That's standard USB, and also it's got obviously an audio and a video outlet if you want to put it into a TV. And the other thing that it's got, which is what I wanted, is the remote control, which you can put on a key ring or something like that. Bit of plastic in there, obviously just to protect the battery. So what we've got top left on and off. We've got a record video on the right hand side. Here we've got take stills, and this one is just for sound. Well, that makes it quite adaptable, doesn't it? Right, I'm not even going to look at these because I know that they're going to be real Mickey Mouse. They always are. Chinese instructions. Well, first impressions of the glasses is that they appear to be quite well made, to be quite honest with you. We've got the USB slot and a reset with a cover over it, which I've got open there. Above that you can just about catch in the centre of the picture there, that's the slide for the SD card. And these are totally in black. You can get these with different colours on the front. Where the camera is there, they can be orange or yellow or whatever. This one is the all black type, which is what I wanted, and the controls are on the outside there. You've got a button, you can just about see it there, a button there that you can just reach up and touch. You have got LEDs, but they're inside, you can't see them, so they won't be an annoyance to anybody. Although of course with that thing on the front there between your eyes, you will be able to show that you are in fact wearing a pair of video goggles. Now the other fact about these of course is that if you have the ones where they are in the side of the frame, the camera is in the arms sort of located here, the big problem that you've got with that is that when you're looking at something, it's looking on the side, whereas if you've got it bang in front of you like this, you can guarantee that the object that you're looking at will in fact be in the field of view. The other factor about these and why I went for them, having the 170-degree field of view means that it's not bobbing around as much as other smaller field glasses would be. So if you've got a smaller field of view, when you're walking along you're going to be bouncing all over the show, whereas with this it should be reasonably stable. You're still going to get movement on it. The Polaroid glasses, which they're supposed to be on here, although I've got no way of checking that, seem to be pretty good. I just put them on between the shots there, but you can actually see that that is quite substantial and works quite well. The actual comfort of the bridge And the weight of the unit, actually it's quite amazing. I don't know how they make them as light as this, to be honest with you. O for modern electronics. Give you an idea of what the field of view is. But it is very dull. My normal sunglasses down there. I have to say that normally I wouldn't wear these on a day like this normally, but I think we'll just see how things are going. Drive up to the shops. I need to get some milk anyway, so it's a good opportunity to test these out, and you'll get an idea of the field of view, and also on a dull day like it is, the quality that we get out of this. You'll note that I've also got a camera here. That one there looks forward and backwards. Very easy to change between cars. I've done a review on this one as well. As you can see, we live in an unmade road, bit of a backwater in the UK, but really it is a wonderful place to live. The nearest shop for me is about a mile away. When I say about a mile, it is I think just fractionally over a mile. Check out what the radio's like, if I can.
Will you tell Anne you've been driving with me?
There we go, we got a play on Radio 4.
Worry her if she has a talent.
See what the sound quality sounds like.
I'm sorry, it's just, you've got to let me see you sometimes, John. It's owed to me. I went on...
You don't pay well and you perhaps get more than you deserve, and I've got a feeling that Tuesday may have been one of those situations, but we got the point.
Right, we had enough of that. It's a good thing to try though, because you can try the sound.
Time check at 3 o'clock.
Thank you very much. All the gizmos that keep coming on, but it gives you an idea what the quality will be like, because this is a journey obviously that I perform every time I get in the car. I know exactly what I see, and I know exactly what I should see when I get it on the TV screen. Now this is where the 170-degree field of view comes in handy, because I get quite a view and it's not bouncing about all over the show. If I had a narrower field of view, something like that, which would come up on the TV or the monitor, when you actually look at it, it would be all over the show. It would be, you know, I suppose I could exaggerate it and do this, but because you've got such a wide field of view, this is why the GoPro is so popular. These type of cameras as action cams are ideal, because on a bike or whatever you want to do, the image might be small, as long as it's an HD camera you get away with it, especially if you double up on the frame rate, which some of them do, but not on this one, I hasten to add. But the beauty about this is that I haven't got something strapped on the top of a helmet which looks a bit ludicrous, and not only that, if you've got it on top of a helmet, of course you've got a problem, because you've got to fix it on there some way, shape or form. Some of them stick them on, some of them you know, strap them on, but irrespective of that, you're actually changing the characteristics of the crash helmet, so it's not really an ideal situation. These have got plastic lenses, so they're very safe, and also of course it sits on the sits on your bridge of your nose, just like a normal pair of sunglasses. So I think these would be safer, because if you hit the ground and you've got a GoPro bolted on your head, there's a good chance that either it'd punch through if you hit it dead square, or else of course you could get the other scenario, you could have it that actually help to break your neck. Just a thought. Anyway, I'm waffling a bit here, and as you can see it's a little bit busy along here, but we're doing alright. Be interesting to see what this actually comes out like. As I say, it's quite dark. You can see we've got some really nasty clouds around. We've been having showers all day, and I think even the birds are fed up with it. But we haven't had any rain here in this part of Kent for about 6 weeks for us. I've got a weather station, and although we've had spots of rain, we haven't had the same amount of rain that they've had elsewhere. This is the first bit of rain that we've had for quite some time. The ground is clay around here, and it's opened up, and I've got holes in the garden, or rather slits in the garden, where the clay has dried out, and I can put a stick down there nearly 4 foot. So of course when you have a substantial drop of rain, what's going to happen is that those cracks are going to fill up with water, and that's not going to do the ground much good where the cliffs are. Anyway, we're not too far away now, and look at the car behind me, and hopefully I can park up here. Nothing coming that way, and here we go. Be interesting to see what the field of view is when I get home. I'm quite impressed with the glasses, the sunglasses themselves. They are very good. They're not too dull, they're not too bright. The blue that I'm looking at now is really you know, quite exaggerated in these glasses. Quite amazing. They're supposed to be UV glasses, so I can't obviously there's no way of testing them. And also it'd be interesting to hear what the sound is like, if the background noise of the engine and the road noise is acceptable over my verbal diarrhea, or if it's not and it's a pain in the butt. But we will only find out by testing. Here we go. I'll just let this car go up here. Right, I should be able to park over there with a bit of luck. Or shall I leave it here? Might be better off leaving it here. Let's have a look. Yes, I think I will. I'll be able to see the car, so I will put it back here. There we go. I wouldn't have parked up on the corner like that, but there you go. Right, I'm going to turn off now, go in and get some milk. Right, it says we're recording. I've got to try and turn around somewhere. Oh well, let's go around the block. It's quite a good test actually, because we've had very dull conditions when the sun was obscured by heavy cloud, and now we've got sort of a quite shaded light coming in now. It's not bright sunlight, and it will be interesting to see what the quality of the picture is like and how pixely it is. See what detail we can record as well with the cameras. I wonder if I can see the screen there on the display. I wonder if you can. Be interesting. You certainly won't see the picture on my rear view mirror. That's a split screen picture. There's two images there, one looking forward, one looking backwards, but as it's a bit bright out, I don't think you'll see that. It doesn't distract me from looking in the rear view mirror. I found it a great asset. I've had it about, I don't know, about 4 years now, I suppose. It's been in a couple of cars, very easy to change over, and it just does its biz. which is nice. You never have to worry about it. Sun's a bit brighter now, about 3:15, and that's British summertime, so really it's 2:15. As I say, I have to say that I like the glasses, or I like the tint of them. They're quite acceptable in sunlight, they do the job quite nicely, but obviously they do look a bit bulky. It's not something that you can put on and, you know, like they call them spy glasses. Why they call them that, I just don't know. The handy thing about this is that I'm actually videoing, and I can video where I look, and I've got both hands free. Do what I like with them. That's got to be worth something, hasn't it? That's the difference. Normally you'd have to hold the camera. So there are particular applications where these are very useful. You know, for instance, if you were playing with a dog, or if you were doing a particular sport, you know, for instance cycling, where you can't really take your hands off the handlebars and you don't want a GoPro or something like that on your head. And of course this is a fraction of the cost of a GoPro. This has set me back 30 quid, that's all. GoPro is a phenomenal amount of money. They've cottoned on to the fact that they're popular and they're charging you a real premium. I'm not saying that it's not a good camera, but I don't think it's worth the money that it is. I certainly wouldn't pay out for it anyway, but then again, that's me. Right, so now we're back. Right, so what do I think of these glasses, video glasses? Well, to be honest with you, on the test that I've done with them, I've been well pleased. It's certainly going to be useful in situations where you want both hands free and you want to look about, like for instance when I go down the cliffs here or whatever. They could be useful for down there. Also, I do a lot of model aircraft, and it could be handy for demonstrating problems or showing how to do something, and that can also be made into a video, because the HD video quality of these is quite good. I'm quite impressed, to be honest with you. For 30 smackers compared with a GoPro or something like that, very, very, very useful. And the big advantage is the 170-degree field of view. That is certainly worthwhile having. If you go for anything else, they're basically pinhole lenses, waste of time, because as soon as you move your head, the thing's dancing about all over the show. It makes you seasick. Whereas with these, with a 170-degree field of view, it's got its own, if you like, built-in stabilisation. Because the field of view is so large, you don't notice the head movements so much. Now that's particularly apparent when you were watching in the car on the unmade road. Now obviously my head was moving. You'd see how much the car was moving. It's impossible for me to keep my head that still. So it's likened, if you like, to being on a bike or something going along on an unmade road. Your head tends to stay stiller than the rest of your body, but irrespective of that you are getting bounced about. But the picture was very good, very acceptable. The other thing that you can do as well is that you can pause the video and you can actually read the number plates. Now I thought that was quite good, because that shows the quality and the frame rate of the actual camera that's employed in the glasses themselves. One other point I want to make as well is these glasses are available from a number of outlets. However, I had a hell of a job looking around to try and find one that actually had the remote control with it. Now I wanted this. It was something that was demonstrated over in America, but didn't seem to be available in the UK. Now it is available, and I'll make a note of that where I got mine from. And if you want to, you can get it and get the remote control as well. The controls, the instructions, everything are very simple. To adjust the date and time, or to take it off like I've done, all you've got to do is go online and it will tell you how to write up a text file in Notepad. Of course, Notepad isn't on Windows 10 anymore, for instance, which is what I'm using. Notepad is on XP, but it's simple to use, and all you've got to do is put in the date and put an N at the end of it, basically at the end of the time. But it's available on online, no problems at all. So you can take the actual date timestamp off. I don't know, of anybody that keeps it on, really. I really wouldn't know of any reason why it would be on there. Anyway, I've taken that off. So that's the other thing. Now, the only other thing that I will do is I will put the listing up after this, and you can read through the specs, which is the reason that I bought it. And in the description below the video on YouTube, I'll list where I got it. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed all my waffle. I hope it hasn't driven you potty, but if you're in the market for a reasonable pair of HD glasses, then these are a good buy for 30 quid. I'm telling you, they really are. You don't get many bargains for 30 quid like this, and as far as I'm concerned, definitely good value for money compared with a lot of the others out there which charge ridiculous prices. So there you go, folks. So give it a thumbs up or other. All the best. Bye.